Welcome back to Predicting the NFL with Mickey G. Now, the first thing you might notice is that I'm wearing a hat. You know, that's all. It's not really special or anything. It's just a hat. Let's get into that Week 12 recap. Now, I did great last week. I went 14-2. 14-2. My only games that I didn't get right being the Jaguars, because they lost, and that was a real bummer. And the Saints-Rams. So, I'm now 110-66 overall, just increasing that winning percentage even higher. I am 8-4 in the Crap Fest, got that right. Cincinnati beat the Browns. 4-8 in the upset. Chargers did beat Dallas. And 8-4 in the game of the week, because I did not pick the Saints, but they did not get that dub. No, they did not. Jags lost to the Blaine Plane, and that was really depressing. Watched it the whole game, and it's not fun to watch because real close. Blaine threw a fourth quarter pick, and I was like, yes, let's go. And then Bortles threw one right back in a good old Blake fashion. So that was disappointing, for sure. But Jalen Ramsey's a beast. Talking how they usually just have him and Boye stay on the one side or the other because they're both pretty good. But they're like, hey, really want to make sure Fitz is shut down. So if I remember correctly, Fitz had about 3 catches for 6 yards against Jalen Ramsey. That's pretty darn good against one of the best receivers in the league. So Jalen Ramsey's a beast, that's for sure. And then I saw on Twitter the top 2 corners in the running for a Pro Bowl. I think it was for AFC only. I don't remember. But they were Boye and Ramsey, which is, because the Jaguars are the best. The Browns are still winless. And the Saints lost their giant win streak. Real bummer there. But now let's get into what we did last week, which is versus. So this week is Ben McAdoo versus Eli versus Geno Smith versus the Giants. Ben McAdoo, decided this week to bench Eli Manning for Geno Smith. Now, I'm not sure what possessed him to do this, but that guy is really off his rocker. That is for sure. Now, that's just dumb. Eli, that's a real bummer, dude. Now, the thing is, a lot of people are saying that he might go to Jacksonville next year, because Tom Coughlin's there. Eli did great things with Tommy Boy, right? All the Jaguars really need is a quarterback to just push them over the edge. Now, all the people are saying he might go to the Broncos, because there's another team that really all they need is a quarterback to just push them over the edge. And it'd be kind of funny if both him and Peyton ended their careers in Denver. Be kind of entertaining. Then there's Geno Smith. Oh, he's doing great in this. He gets to play, he gets to actually play in an NFL game. And then there's the Giants. The 2-win Giants, who have Ben McAdoo as their coach, and now Geno Smith as their quarterback. Things just keep getting worse and worse for them. Now, the only person who's is winning at all is Geno Smith, because he gets to play. Eli's not winning because now he's benched. Ben McAdoo's not winning because beforehand, the Giants were like, we're going to finish the season with McAdoo. We don't want to fire him in the middle of the season. Now they're saying, I don't know. He might be goner pretty soon. The Giants obviously aren't winning because they have Geno Smith as their quarterback. So Geno Smith is taking the dub in this matchup. Now the next is Tyrod versus the Bills versus the Chiefs. Now Tyrod is getting back in there. Ooh, he played like a beast. Baller. Just wrecking stuff up. Well, he didn't really have that great of a game, but he did get the dub. And he did prove, I think, that he should be the starting quarterback. So that's good for him. And then there's the Chiefs, who suck. So, yeah. And the Bills. They're now starting to look up a little bit. But I think Tyrod's definitely winning this matchup. Because, now he's starting again. And he's playing pretty well. Bills are winning because they still have to look behind them and see if they, might have had a chance. They hadn't started Peterman. The Chiefs definitely are not winning because they suck. And it's very disappointing for all of us to see that. And then there's the Jags versus Titans. Now, the Jags Titans are now tied again for the same record. But once again, the Titans beat the Jaguars earlier in the season, so they technically have the upper hand. Now, my question is, by the end of the year, if the Jaguars win Week 17, they have the same record. Who's gonna win the division there? I don't know. That's interesting. I'm interested to find out. Hopefully it doesn't come to that and the Jaguars just don't lose again. The Titans have a couple losses. That'd be pretty cool. I like that. Titans can keep a wild card. I don't care. I just want the Jaguars to get that division title. They haven't had one for a while, man. They're due. But so no one's winning this matchup. So yeah, that's all for the recap. So let's get on to them Week 13 predictions. First game is New England versus Buffalo. Now, New England beat Miami, and Buffalo, as I said before, beat the Chiefs. And, the Pats have won 7 straight. Alright? And, they're really unstoppable right now. So it's going to be kind of hard, even though Tyrod's a beast. I don't think he's beast enough. Well, I think the Pats getting this dub, getting the winner, chicken dinner, I guess, Next is Cleveland versus the Chargers. Now, the Browns lost to the Bengals. The Chargers beat Dallas. Browns are winless, and the Chargers looking like a playoff competitor. Now, if all my predictions are right for the AFC West, then they could potentially have 3 teams with the same record. That'd be crazy. I think the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers would all be tied at 6-6. Chargers could take the division right there. Interesting stuff. Denver sucks, so they're not even close. So yeah, Chargers win. Denver versus Miami. It's my crap fest of the week. Denver lost to Oakland. Miami lost to New England. Broncos have lost 5 straight, but Miami's lost 5. I think, since Miami's streak's shorter, that the Finns will get this win. That's the sole reason I think they'll do it. Next is Indianapolis versus Jacksonville. The Colts lost to Tennessee. Jacksonville lost to Arizona. And the Colts D is bad, so there shouldn't be any problems for Leonard and company, on the offense side of the ball to get things rolling. And the Jags D had 10 sacks last time they played. So, if they even do half of that, it's going to look like a real nice victory for the Jacksonville Jaguars, So, yeah, they win. Next is my upset, Kansas City versus the Jets. Now, Kansas City lost to Buffalo, and the Jets lost to Carolina. Chiefs have lost 3 straight, and the Jets almost beat a decent Panthers team. All right? Now, the Jets are looking they're not looking bad. I mean, they haven't been able to finish, but that's just the Jets. Now, they're playing the team this week, the Chiefs, who are not a very good team, and they've been struggling. The Jets, especially last week, they looked pretty good. Their offense was looking nice. Defense, I don't know. But their offense was looking really nice until a couple turnovers or so. So I think the Jets get this upset here. Upset only because of the fact that the Chiefs have a higher record. Houston versus Tennessee. Well, Houston lost to Baltimore, you see. And Tennessee beat Indianapolis. Tennessee needs to stay ahead of Jacksonville, so I think the Titans win. Next is Pittsburgh for Cincinnati. Pittsburgh squeaked by Green Bay, and Cincinnati beat the Browns. Pittsburgh's won 6 straight, but since the Bengals aren't really that good of a team, and Steelers have said that they talked about the Patriots, and they're not even playing the Patriots for like 2 more weeks. The Bengals are going to be all fired up. They're going to go out there. They're going to think they're going to beat the Steelers. They're like, oh, they don't respect us. And then, Steelers are going to do what they do and win by a field goal. So, 24-21 Pittsburgh. Get a nice score up there because it's really easy to predict. Now, don't hold me to that. If you're like betting score, I don't know if you do that. Game, though, Steelers win. Next is the Giants versus Oakland. The Giants lost to Washington, and Oakland beat Denver. Giants are starting Geno Smith, so the Raiders win. That's all there is to it. Detroit versus Baltimore. Well, Detroit lost to Minnesota, and Baltimore beat Houston. Both teams are looking decent. All right. Detroit is looking decent in a very competitive NFC, though. The Ravens' defense, though, is looking pretty good. But Lions performed pretty well against pretty strong Vikings D. So I think Matt Stafford is going to try to earn his paycheck again and get the win here. Next is Washington versus Dallas. Well, Washington beat the Giants, and Dallas got demolished by the Chargers. Dallas has lost 3 straight, and Kirk is a G. Dallas is without Zeke, so Kirk and company take the dub. Next is San Francisco versus Chicago. San Fran lost to Seattle. Chicago lost to Philly. Chicago has lost 4 straight. And Jimmy G threw a touchdown on his first and only drive. And the Bears look like trash. So I think San Francisco gets their 2nd win of the season here with Garoppolo calling the shots. Oof. Excited for him to play. How about you? Next is the Rams versus Arizona. Now, the Rams beat New Orleans, right? Arizona beat Jacksonville. The Rams are back on track after that disappointing Vikings loss. But Blaine's looking decent. But the Rams still win. Next is Minnesota versus Atlanta. Minnesota beat Detroit, and Atlanta beat TB, Tampa Bay. Minnesota's won 7 straight. Atlanta's won 3 straight, though. Both looking really good, but Minnesota is looking great. Both sides of the ball are real hot. Case Keenum, that passing game is going well. Tavis Murray and Jerick McKinnon can both run and do stuff. Adam Thielen is like the 2nd leading receiver in the league. I don't know, I was talking about last week about not having receivers. They also have Stephon Diggs, who's a beast, and Kyle Rudolph at their tight end. So I just had a major brain fart there. And their defense is good, too. So I think the Vikings win. Next is Tampa Bay versus Green Bay. Tampa Bay lost to Atlanta. Green Bay lost to Pittsburgh. Both aren't great. Hundley looked better against the Steelers. So screw it. Packers win. Next is Carolina versus New Orleans. Game of the week. Carolina beat the Jets. New Orleans lost to the Rams. Panthers have won 4 straight now. But Carolina almost lost to the Jets. The Jets aren't as good as the Rams. And this is an important division game. Whoever wins this game takes the division as of now. Will be in the lead of the division. So I think the Saints realize, hey, we got to make sure we keep our spot. We don't want to fall. We don't want to crash and burn, man. Have a chance to go in the Super Bowl this year. Let's keep that going. Let's get it. So I think they do. Breeze just gets the win. Next is Philadelphia, Seattle, our final game of the week. Well, Philly beat Chicago. Oof, that was a scary game. And Seattle beat San Francisco. Well, Philly has won 9 straight. And Philly's great, dude. Philly's just good. All right. in Seattle. Poor Seattle. Oh, the entire team's on IR, it seems like. So yeah, Philly wins. Philly wins. That's all for this week. Probably gonna do versus again next week because that's fun. I don't know, I like it. Watch other videos. Don't have to be mine, but if you like mine, it's cool. And adios. Yeah, that's it. Done here.